screw that up because I don't know these people.
Prepare to fight.
But here we are. Oriano can fill me in on the sexes of these individuals as we go. But Cure, map number 1 between Mars and greenrab. I believe this is round 3 of the tournament. Red armor goes to Mars right at the spawn. He'll come up to get rocket launcher. Mega health goes to greenrab. They should have good ideas of when he's out of spawn. Nice prediction rocket. LG doesn't do enough to Mars here, and greenrab's really gonna die. How did he live through that? Well, he had Mega, so he had a fair amount himself. Alright, whatever. All 3 big weapons will soon be in Mars's hands once he goes over to collect that lightning gun. Lightning gun, massive death trap on this map. So, yep. Alright, 100, 200 for Mars. No frag concluded as yet. Grenja has a respectable stack. He'll be able to defend himself, I should think. Mars going for the evil jump, bouncing off the pillar into the Mega, but couldn't make it happen. Alrighty. Maintaining position up top, seems to think that greenrab is in the rail room. But he's no longer sure. Could be anywhere. Very big stack on Mars at the moment. He should get this yellow, or at least punish the hell out of it should greenrab decide to make an appearance. Pops up his rocket ammo. He doesn't have a lot to worry about, just the items. But trying to find his opponent. greenrab is playing an intelligent defensive game. Doesn't quite anticipate the teleporter, but gets out without taking too much. He's still perfectly in a reasonable spot. Could grab this red if he's aggressive. Oh, but now he's going to take damage if he takes it. And he just, I think, wisely backs out of there. Mars doesn't gain a ton from getting it, and I think greenrab would have taken too much damage guaranteed. It would have been too easy for Mars to rain rockets into that position. Swipes the yellow armor quite smoothly. That was some good stuff right there. The big items will be coming up at roughly the same time. Trade of rockets favors Mars, but again, greenrab has enough left that Mars can't just charge in willy-nilly and get the frag. He has to pick his spot. And that rail would have been huge, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. He should be in position to pick up this yellow, and he does. So greenrab is going to be close to capping his armor before long. Those shards down below should do it too. He doesn't have the lightning gun, I don't think. And he misses his rails. His railgun so far has not been all that strong. Mars taking a dip. greenrab unable to capitalize. Now the damage is coming out from Mars, and greenrab has got to be very, very careful. He can maybe get this yellow uncontested, but beyond that, no items up for a while. This is hunting time for Mars. He doesn't have to concern himself with the items. He can bait out the lesser items. He can put himself in odd places around the map. He's 200, 200. It's not a doggone thing that greenrab can do at the moment besides survive. He's delaying the yellow. I think an intelligent move. Takes a little bit of damage, but he knows where... Okay, hits the second rail. Not bad. This red should still go to Caper, no problem. I don't know that greenrab's going to make a move on the Mega. Oh, he does. He gets it. Eats a rail. It's still a positive exchange for him. You know, that's not too shabby. Mars tops up his LG. Let's see what greenrab is going to do to come back in this game. Doesn't have a lot, but he's going to find green armor up here. Eats a rail. That's very unfortunate for him. A rough spot. No items that he has access to at the moment. You can get these shards, or a shard. No green armor at the top. Gotta be very wary of Mars. Mars just got the red. Mars lacks the Mega. He's 100, 200. He's, you know, got a 3-2 edge over greenrab in armor and health, basically, but now he's 200, 200, and it's doubled. So, Mars can pick his fights. greenrab still, though, he has enough that if Mars charges in too recklessly, he can punish it, do a ton of damage, and even if he dies, put Mars on a low stack. So greenrab so far hasn't been playing too badly. Does drop down without really knowing whether Mars was in that hallway down there and could rail him, but he got away with it. He's almost 100, 200. It's a bit of a miscue there from Mars rocketing himself, but greenrab playing it cautiously. He doesn't want to give his life away. He knows that on this map, control can be difficult to get back, and so far he's played the patient game very well. We're already 4 minutes and change into it. Hits an uncontested rail and we'll get this red. Stacks are now in favor of greenrab if he can get a health bubble. He's going to go over to this yellow, try to make sure that Mars doesn't get it. Mars does get it, and he can't punish it unless he goes with the jump pad, which he doesn't. Rough situation. Here's the shards. Excellent rocket. That's a good job of chipping down Mars some. And from there, let's see. Mars coming in. He wants this red, but he's in the box. He's in a terrible position. Doesn't get the red either. Oh, the LG comes out. Now, greenrab does not have the health and armor to secure it. There were so many things that greenrab did so well throughout the first half of this map. And in the end, Mars takes the kill. That is rough. And he has big control immediately. greenrab now has the unenviable task of gathering the weapons again, particularly the lightning gun. He has to get all 3 guns, and 2 of them are in very obnoxious spots. This next red will go over to Mars. greenrab, he'll have a rocket launcher surely, and may have used the time to go get a lightning gun, but I doubt it because there's a rocket on the floor there and he didn't pick it up, which he probably would have done if he had gone through that area. Yellow armor up. greenrab in position, but he knows he can't go for it. It's too dangerous. He backs away. Saves his life. 2 frag difference. Very doable until the late stages of this game, because this is a map that spawn frags can happen on. Much more so than some other maps, particularly the spawns near the red armor. You know, there's a pretty good rate of spawn frags on those. Plus, it's a relatively small map. You can chase people. However, there are a lot of corners that you can hide behind with rockets. Red armor goes to greenrab. He now has a better stack, and the initial engagement goes well for him. He has about 100 health together. Should get this yellow. Doesn't. He goes for the health instead. Not bad, but he needs to be careful. And it may be his turn to bait the weapons himself a bit. The railgun and the lightning gun. He's going for rail. Will he be able to punish the exit? No, Mars goes down the jump pad. He may be positioning himself for red. greenrab holding upper ground. Realizes now that Mars surely has all 3 big guns. And in a straight up fight, well, he outstacks him, but it would be costly to go for just an LG fight. An exchange of rockets can always be one-sided, so it's risky. Mega health up. I don't think Mars can challenge this in any reasonable way. 200 stack for greenrab. greenrab in a good position to turn things around. Needs to find Mars in a good spot, though. Needs to catch him unawares. Yellow armor taken 15 seconds ago. Mars unaware! This should be the kill right here! Gets out the rail. Nails it. Still has a ton of health and armor. He may be able to chase off the spawn, too. But would rather get the red, make sure that it doesn't go over to Mars and give him resources. Should rush to yellow, but consolidates his railgun ammo. Mars finally picks up the yellow. If he goes to the jump pad, this could be a perfect kill for greenrab, but no. greenrab just playing it quietly. He wants to lure out Mars. There he is up top. Mars didn't go for Mega. It's too dangerous an item without knowing where your opponent is. And goes through the teleporter perfectly. This should be another kill, but a direct air rocket from Mars will really mess him. But a prediction rocket onto the Mega Health spawn. Can he hit the next rail? 11 health. He's so weak. Is Mars coming through? The red armor's up. He can deny it at the very least. He needs to get some health to make it effective. Gets it. He's no longer a walking corpse. He's got a little bit to play with. All items are synced up. Everything spawns in 18 seconds. And things are looking a little bit better for greenrab. Game's tied. Don't get telefragged, brother. Green armor gives him away. That's 25 armor that Mars got, but he took 100 damage for it. Decidedly in the favor of greenrab. I think greenrab's going to favor this red. It's much easier to take, especially where Mars is right now. Mars goes for Mega. greenrab might be able to do some damage. He catches him in the hallway. Will he hit the rail? Oh, the direct rocket. He was too greedy. He really, really wanted that angle, and Mars knew it. He was able to hit him and hold him off. Excellent job by Mars on that. Positions are pretty equal, I think. No, until that, it was 2 rockets. 160 damage. He's surely going to pull the rail out and get it. Yeah. He's substantially weakened, though. But this red armor is going to make things okay for him. He can't be machine gunned down any longer. I think he'll prioritize the 50 health bubble. This is a good trap. Mars is dead. 2 frag lead for greenrab now, who's playing very, very well. Mars did mention that he was rusty. I should have taken that into more account. This 50 bubble is up. Mega health up as well. Yellow armor just taken by Mars. So Mars has a little bit to play with. What will Mars do? The red armor is up, and if greenrab doesn't hustle, I think Mars is going to get it. Oh no! Mars goes in for the damage, which he does pretty much none. Red armor is all for greenrab to take. The British gentleman is availing himself of excellent opportunities.
1 minute warning.
No what happens for a while. This is hunting time for greenrab, and Mars goes down. Well over 100 for greenrab after that. A direct grenade from Mars weakens him quite a bit, but in the end, I don't think that's going to allow Mars to take control. Although, in a direct shaft fight, it'd be pretty even. It'd be a 50-50 proposition. It'd depend on timing and positioning. But the red armor changes things. He doesn't have the LG out! This could be a kill. I don't think that Mars can chase up through that jump pad, though. That rail. 4 health left on greenrab. Oh my gosh, a stiff wind would knock him over and kill him. Is DM13 just realized? Oh, yeah, we haven't seen DM13 yet. Red armor goes to greenrab, 4 frags, and that's going to be it for greenrab. Man, that map flew. I didn't realize we were so low on time. God damn, what a performance by greenrab on Mars here. Celebratory rail swinging. That was some good stuff from greenrab. Impressive. We're seeing some upset material today, for sure. Although, again, Mars says he's out of practice, you know. He's probably going to tell us he's playing on a trackpad next. Pretty standard. Alright, so GG to greenrab. Up 1 map. Let's see what... everything got reset. Wait, where did... Oh, Mars went spec? I don't know. And we're going on to DM13, aka Lost World. Aka no DM9 in CPMA language. And I think we gotta maybe focus on Mars a little bit here. He's, he's gotta come back in this series. Alright, we are readied up. We have 3. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Off the spawn, Mars, yellow armor, and LG. He should go over to rocket launcher. Nope, drops down. He can go for either big item. This LG is big, but he can't get to the red immediately. He's going to have to drop down through the little gap there. Does so. Stacks are a bit in favor of Mars, and he has the lightning gun, whereas greenrab has rockets, and it looks like greenrab is heading over to the LG side of the map. So he should have both big guns. Mars needs to preserve his life and focus on getting the rocket launcher. He needs that quite a bit. He does have grenades, which is a weapon that's a pain in the ass to get, so the fact that he has it early on means he doesn't have to worry about it later. So there you go. Not much LG damage exchanged right there, but greenrab will get this red. The question is, can Mars do a lot of damage on him? He has an infinite supply of explosives up here. The greenrab very intelligently waits till the switch. However, he eats several big rockets, and now stacks are in favor of Mars. Greenrab should not aggress here. He should just back the hell off, conserve his weapons. Nice rocket, though, to deal some damage. He also knows the timing of the mega. Mars can't rocket jump up, so this could be an interesting confrontation here if greenrab comes rushing in for this yellow. He does not. Okay. Greenrab, still no frag, and stacks are reasonably even. Mars picks up the rocket crate. He can now fight close range if he needs to. Red armor goes to greenrab. I don't think Mars is going to be able to do any damage here. Greenrab with some questionable dodging. That's 140 or so damage that he just ate. That's a rough situation, but it could be worse. It could be worse. Mars is still not in overwhelming control or anything. Mars playing things very patiently here. I think maybe that last game shook him up a little bit. He's not, as the Roman god of war, he's not quite as confident. He's suffered a battlefield defeat. So he's reassessing. Greenrab may be a deity of similar power to himself. But now he's got a big stack advantage. He hits the first rocket. Doesn't take a whole lot from greenrab. Greenrab with the positioning, though. It's hard to chase. Makes the rocket jump up. Greenrab, I don't think hurt him, and ate a lot of LG damage. Backs off again, though. Probably going to the plasma part of the map, up the jump pad, I would imagine.
I love you.
Thank you very much for following. And now Mars, again with a big stack, 330 collective health and armor. Got plenty of ammunition. He just needs to find greenrab in the right situation, but greenrab has enough armor that he can fight. It's a nice trap spot by Mars. Eats the rocket. His dodging opportunities were limited there, and greenrab was very quick to fire that one off at him. That has turned things around a bit. But Mars should get this red, no problem. I don't think that greenrab will do much unless he hits it on the exit. It hits almost nothing. Mega's up in 5 seconds. I think Mars is going to have to forfeit this one. He may try to get a time on it, which would be a good move. He sees greenrab going in there. He may grab it. He does! Greenrab was unaware of the timing. Oh, that rocket. Alright, well, greenrab's still with about capped out armor. I mean, he can still afford to... He eats a lot of spam rockets, though. Damn. Mars makes the jump, bangs his head, but he's alright. He's wearing a helmet. No concussion symptoms. And greenrab is trapped back here. Misses the rocket, does Mars. Mars's rockets are abysmal at this moment, and he's got almost nothing left. Red armor is his for the time being, but greenrab may take the initiative soon. One of the yellows is up, and he may have positioned himself for the mega. Doesn't look like he's positioned himself for the mega. It goes to Mars. The yellow does go to greenrab. If he can get the other yellow, he's okay. Nothing major. Both maps starting out very, very slowly. Early greenrab. Okay, he's taken a lot of damage. That was probably 100 LG damage right there. And nothing. And Mars says, die. which sorry, he says die, which is the German article for feminine and plural nouns. So, I don't know, perhaps Mars is trying to teach greenrab a little bit of German. That's very kind of him. It may be a distraction ploy, where he's going to get greenrab to start thinking about his conjugations, or about modal verbs or something like that. And he won't be focused on his timing so much. It's a clever move, but I don't know if greenrab is going to fall for it. Greenrab seems like a rather cunning fella. I don't think he'll be taken in by that. But we'll see. We'll see. Mars still, huge stack. Greenrab with a big stack of his own. He had the last mega, so he's got the health edge. We're coming up on the halfway point of this map. Oh, greenrab is also a girl. Okay, so if the names start with GRE, apparently they're girls. Grenja, greenrab. Okay. Alright, so... Alright. Glad we got that sorted. Thanks, Oriano. Mars sneaks up on greenrab here. Oh, and those rockets. Greenrab responds, though, and is able to deal a fair amount of damage, and somehow it comes out slightly in Mars's favor only. That should have been a kill, for sure. But greenrab very cleverly escapes it all. This rocket, though, should be the end of greenrab. This LG is going to finish her. And Mars can hear the spawn. He just can't get to it. Oh. Okay, so is greenrab a girl or not? Oriano, I'm going to kill you. Anyway. So, yeah, whatever. There's probably some sort of European court where I could get sued for calling him he or she, you know? Oh well. 100, 200, 100 for Mars, who has a 1 frag lead at last. Air rocket by Mars is going to finish greenrab again with the LG. Another nice fat rocket. The pummel comes out and Mars beats him to death. That's no good. Greenrab looks so good for so much of it, but Mars had the bulk of the control. Not as much shotgun damage as you'd like. A couple of rockets missed by Mars. There was an opportunity there. Mars looks pretty solid at the moment, but greenrab is not out of this yet. First of all, greenrab has the edge that he won the first map. Second of all, 4 minutes left on Lost World. You can still do quite a bit. Greenrab needs to find some opportunities to do some unreturned damage, though, and he needs a red timing, because he doesn't have it, I don't think. Let's switch over to greenrab. He's out of control. A little over 100, 100, so he can afford to take fights and stand his ground a bit if he has good positioning, but Mars has substantially more. And he just backs out. Doesn't want any part of an LG duel with Mars at the moment. There's the ammo, but he doesn't have the stack. Not worth it. Nice, the 5 HPs. Mega's up now. I don't think he's aware of when it is. He's just picking up armors. I think he wants to cap his armor before he makes a big play on Mega, which he basically did. Mars should be going for the Mega. Doesn't know. And I don't know if he saw greenrab jump over there. He may not have. Mars may be completely clueless as to this next Mega time. Possible. Greenrab should know that the next armors up are the lower yellow and the red. And he gets through the choke point pretty cleanly, but eats the second rocket, and that's no good. Very wise to just run the hell away. Rocket jumps up to red, a nice move. Probably if I were in Mars' shoes, I would have thought the rocket jumped all the way up rather than just the red. But these rockets are too strong. Mars' rockets are coming through big time for him. And greenrab just caught in a tough situation there. Mars gonna be able to... No, not get this yellow. It does deal 50 damage, so... Yeah, kind of a wash on that one. 50 armor picked up, 50 damage done. Mega's up, and I don't think he knows. He does now. Should know the red timing. Beefs this rocket jump just a little bit. Gives the red armor over to greenrab. May go for the cutoff play here. He's not quite fast enough, but he may still do damage. Yep. And greenrab is just... He wants the armor too much. And that rocket jump may be the death of greenrab again. It is. Let's see here. greenrab. What can greenrab do off the spawn? Probably Mars has some inkling of what side of the map he's on. Coming over here for the shards and the plasma. Let's see. Likes these 5 HP bullets quite a bit, but there's Mars! Who just nonchalantly walks off the Mega, kills him, and picks it up. And this will be another frag for Mars. Decent lightning gun. Takes him out without too much trouble. Yeah, this map is Mars's, unofficially. Although a lot of plasma damage from greenrab, I don't know. How much was that? He has 12% plasma, and most of those hits were right there. That's some good stuff. But it won't be enough, unfortunately, to avail greenrab. But we're going on to a third deciding map. Not a third place map, but a third and deciding map. for these two guys, which will be ZTN, Blood Run. We'll see how it goes between Saxon and the Anglo-Saxon. Find out what happens. But a good match. I mean, this was some tense stuff. This cup is really, I think, in terms of exciting games, a step up over the last one. And, yeah. I hope there are more. We'll see. No item to use, but a double-digit lead for Mars. I think he's got to regain all confidence he might have lost from that last map. Maybe still a little bit rusty, but got to feel good to come out here and build up this kind of lead, especially when the game was in doubt for so long. But be able to stay the course, not make stupid mistakes, not give up frags, and make it happen in the end. So, I think well done by Mars. And as I said, you know, first half of the map for greenrab was very good also. These are two very closely matched players. I mean, between greenrab, Mars, Caper, and Renja, we have some pretty good ones. And Nemo looked good from what I saw. So this could be a pretty good tournament as we get towards the later stages. We could see some real thrillers. I'm hoping so. That's my hope. All right. So that'll be God, keep hitting the wrong things. Okay. Wait, for some reason now it doesn't show the scores. What the hell is wrong with this crap? I don't. Oh wait, 1. Okay. All right. No, we're good. Never mind. Ignore. It's all good. Accidentally opened the Epic Game Stores trying to click on something else. Oh yeah. We're going to Blood Run to settle this grudge match. I'm gonna quickly go get some water. And my superior athletic ability allows me to get back just in time. Alright, map number 3 between greenrab and Mars. We started off on greenrab, who lost the last map. Excellent LG damage off the start. Mars is just wrecked. No shot at getting over to that red whatsoever. It goes to greenrab, who will surely go get the rocket launcher to complete the big 3 of guns that he needs to win this map and move on in the tournament in the winner's bracket. Lower yellow, next item up. The other big items are all pretty close together. greenrab with a good awareness of when that one is. I think he's going to ignore the upper yellow and just go for the red. Does Mars have rockets? Could punish this position a bit, but I think he's going for rockets right now. It's the rail, but you'll take a red for a rail any day pretty much. And the Mega goes over to greenrab. Mars very smartly doesn't go into the Avex spot and get trapped in there. Upper yellow will go to him, so he's building up his armor. He's about 100. greenrab, though, around 200, 100, 300 collective health and armor. Eats another rail. Mars playing it patient, 2 rails now. In exchange for a yellow, definitely in favor of Mars. Mars has the 5 health bubbles if he needs them. Doesn't have the right weapon out to punish, but oh, greenrab is so weak now. Railable. Is Mars going to go for the finishing blow? It looks like greenrab has escaped for the moment. No longer railable. Will probably go for the 50 health bubble. Mega should go over to Mars right now. And greenrab playing on the back foot, as greenrab has much throughout this series. Here's Mars. 100, 100. Mars comes charging over. Shaves off a good 60 damage there, roughly. Maybe 75 damage. But greenrab not in dire straits yet. Needs to get a handle on some items. Playing it carefully. It's easy to get trapped in this room. Does get the yellow armor. But not too shabby. Mega health and red are fairly close together, so possible that greenrab could steal one, but without solid timings, I don't think it's worth it. Mega will go over to Mars right now, surely. No, it looks like he's gone through the teleport. No, he goes again. It's Mega. A delay possibly, but red armor, as a consequence, will go over to greenrab. 100, 200 on the Brit. And no frag decided. 2 minutes in. I wonder if we're going to see the 4-minute mark come again, as we did the last 2 maps before a frag would be decided. Mars, not in this room. greenrab needs the Mega. Doesn't really care about armors. If he can do damage on him, great. If he takes him, fine, but the Mega is the key. That will give him 200, 200, and allow him to do pretty much what he wants around the map. That rail, though, his movement was too predictable. We'll get the Mega, and he can start stacking his armor back up. Ooh. Ate a rail on the way out. That was the very last tick, frame, whatever. I'm sure that Mars could possibly have hit greenrab. And Mars now with the advantage. And doubling back. That was a triple back. Greenrab in a rough spot, but escapes without taking a ridiculous amount of damage. But again, the rail... Not seeing Mars in time and not altering his course allowed for the easy shot as the rail out through the telly. Expecting Mars to be down on the grenade platform so he could rail him, but he was strafe jumping right in front of him. I think greenrab is a little bit upset at the situation based on his mouse movements. Getting close to 100, but Mars at a solid 200. Those bars are so big. Yeah, greenrab is not too happy. He keeps eating damage. And now he's in the state where he can't attempt to do damage even if Mars's back is turned, you know. Even if his hands are off the keyboard, he can't really afford to go for anything. He's got to pick up scraps around the map until he can get to a point where he doesn't instantly die. And he's playing it very slowly, which is smart. But Mars also has such a stack that he can put himself in weird places and just wait a little bit. And greenrab would walk right into him. We'll see, though. What is Mars up to at the moment? Mars is just sitting on red. Both big items are synced, but that's not a huge deal on this map. They're fairly close together, even if they're spawning at the same time. You can grab Mega and punish red or whatnot. Alright, Mars. He doesn't want to lose the control that he has. He's very aware that greenrab has done his for avoiding from his noobness. Okay. Take your word for it. See, what's greenrab up to? About 100. This lower yellow's not up for 5 seconds. And the Mega's there. It was too good to be true. Mars was coming. Those are pretty good rockets, though. It helped make the situation not completely dire for greenrab. Greenrab still in the back parts of the map. Mars with a big stack. I'm guessing that's 150, 150. Yellow armor does go over to him. The greenrab is narrowing the gap. Things aren't so bad for him. The natural decay on Mars's armor helps a lot. But Mars anticipates his move, and greenrab just eats all the damage. Low starting stack at this point, and that red armor belongs to Mars, has his name on it. He put in a special order, they shipped it to him. Amazon Prime, he got it exactly when he wanted it. Yeah, nice little dink rocket. It does give away his position to Mars, who had no clue that he was there, but you know, nothing really lost. Mars will be sitting on red, and greenrab gets the yellow. You should know that the other yellow is coming up soon. He gets Mars' position. Mars is nowhere close enough to punish him at this yellow, so that's great. He has 150 armor, and he can take fights, he can deal damage. There's Mars. Okay, not a bad exchange of rockets. He needs to not get railed here, which he manages to avoid. Very good. He's not in position to get this lower yellow, but surely Mars will be worried about the Mega and the red this time. Let's see here. Is he going to go through the telly? What's his game? He goes through the telly, 50 damage rocket. Not really a good exchange for greenrab and that rail. Mars knew that the lower yellow would be what he'd want going from there, based on where he retreated from. It would have been too long a double back to go all the way across the grenade platform to upper yellow. Plus, Mars could have gone through the teleporter and just wrecked him. So, Mars playing it very smart. 6 minutes in, no frags. Okay. Both major items up now. Mars gets the Mega. He's probably going to go through the telly again. Rocket jump by greenrab. Grabs it. Takes a lot of damage. And Mars likely going to the upper yellow, therefore greenrab avoiding it. No, he went lower. Greenrab misread him, and here's Mars. This has got to be the frag, surely. 10 health, he gets away. Is he? How long? We'll switch over to Mars, sure. Oh, Mars is weak too. He's on 80 health. 1 point away from being railable. He's spamming this. He knows that it could be the end of him. You get railed off and die from the fall damage. These rockets are strong. The health bubbles will help out greenrab, but greenrab able to save his life. This yellow is Mars's, and Mars just the control. I gotta look at the. No, not right now. Okay, wait till the part. Let's see. Double the reds, about the same yellows, triple the megas for Mars. That's a lot more control. But greenrab has been playing it right. He's been playing off the yellows. He's been trying to deal damage where he can. I think that maybe his rail could be a little bit stronger. Maybe he could whittle Mars down, but Mars himself has a good railgun. Greenrab just gets the hell out of there. At this point, I don't want to say that Green Rab is playing for overtime. But I'm going to go ahead and say that Green Rab is playing for overtime. It's 2.5 minutes away if it happens, but golly. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we went into a 0-0 overtime. That would not shock me. Another exchange of rockets. Missed rail. Hit rail by Green Rab, but not enough. Okay, never mind. Thank you, game. 150 for Mars. Red armor will stack him up quite nicely. Green Rab got 1 yellow. Mars on 100, 200. What weapons can Green Rab get off a spawn? He's baiting this LJ. Okay, it was taken. And here comes Mars. Should be another frag. These rockets deal a lot of damage, but the Mega is right there. Terrible moment for Green Rab. And it looks like Mars is in a good spot. Not an invulnerable spot by any means. This could still turn around. But things are looking solid for Mars. Pick this up. He's got over 300 health and armor. He can eat 2 or 3 rockets and not die. Both yellows up. Lower one. Mars did not hear it, but Green Rab goes through. He misses that easy rail. I think Green Rab thinks the Mega's up sooner than it actually was. That almost does it. Unless something crazy happens and this is not it. Yeah, I'm going to have to say GG to Mars on this one. I think with his stack, he's not going to give this one up. Extremely well played. Tense-ass game. This was an excellent series. Good stuff, good stuff. And both players played really well. I'm going to be interested to see what Green Rab does in the lower bracket. Assuming Green Rab does not pull out something divine, which, oh gosh, that was so close. Green Rab would have been wrecked afterwards. I mean, he would have gotten the 5 healths and such like that, but I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered. Still, that was just, this is an exciting game we have right here. It's good stuff. Does get the frag, Green Rab. 4 frags, 35 seconds. Tough order. Things would have to happen perfectly, such as Mars Strafe jumping across the hallway, getting bounced and rocketed immediately. He's not hiding in the Avex spot. I'm guessing he's probably down by the teleporter. Let's see. Nope, he's up by shotgun. Okay, that's another good spot to hide. But GG's to these two players. This was a good match to spec, for sure. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Damn, man. Very good. Very, very good. I don't know, Oriana, where you want me to go next? Oh, thank you, Air. That's very kind of you.
I love you.
And I appreciate the follow also. GG's to Green Rab, who takes it down. Got some sportsmanship happening in chat right here. Yeah, a couple of good players, well matched, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if Mars's Rust comes into play. Didn't mention it. He hasn't played since the last cup.